Hi everyone. In this pre-screencast, I'm going to demonstrate how to access the Zoom webinar platform right from your district-issued iPad. To begin, we're going to navigate to the Gmail app or the Mail app, whatever you prefer to normally access your Board of Education emails. For my purposes, I'm going to select the Gmail app, and in my inbox, I have already received a panelist email. The subject for that email says panelist for, and then whatever the meeting might be. In this example, my meeting name is Glenbrook Sample Meeting. And the email is very short. There's two district logos, and below the second district logo, there is a link that says click here to join. I'm simply going to tap click here to join. It will open up a web browser and then prompt me to open the Zoom application, which has already been installed on your iPad. Simply select the Open or the OK options, and you will be brought into the meeting. Assuming the meeting has started, you will likely already see what's being presented. In this example, I already have the agenda for the Finance Committee on Thursday, April 9th. While you can see what's currently being presented, you still need to have the ability to hear what's being said. In order to enable those controls, we're going to click the Call Using Internet Audio button. You'll notice at the top that it says you are now using device audio, and now I'm able to hear what's being said. In order to control the ability for others to hear you, simply tap anywhere on the screen, such as in the middle, and we'll have a toolbar that shows up top. You'll notice on the right-hand side, it says unmute, start video, share content, or participants. In order for other people to hear you, you will need to tap the unmute option. Now, everything that I say can be heard by the other individuals on the webinar. That includes members of the public, as well as fellow committee members or Board of Education members, as well as administrators. For the purposes of these meetings, we won't be using video, so we're going to leave the start video turned off. But if you're interested in knowing who exactly is on the webinar just yet, we're going to go ahead and select the participants icon. And here you'll see there are currently two panelists that are logged in. So we have RJ, the panelist, which is the iPad logged in here. And then we have RJ Gravel, the host, which is my laptop that's actually controlling the agenda. There are three different roles within the Zoom meeting. And I accidentally clicked over to another screen. I'm going to bounce back there. Three different roles in Zoom meetings. The first are panelists. Panelists are individuals such as yourself that have the ability to activate their microphone and interact in the conversation without needing permission to do so from another role known as the host. The host is the individual who owns the meeting. The third role are individuals who really are entering the meeting in what I like to call listen only mode or listen and watch. Those are attendees, members of the public, anyone who has access to the meeting. They have the ability to log in, see what's on the screen, listen to the conversation, but it's not a two-way dialogue. There is no chat pod for them to use and ask questions. There's no ability for them to activate their microphone. And also, we've disabled other interactive features that these types of platforms have. But if you're interested in seeing who is in an attendee mode, you'll notice that we have attendees with a quantity of one. You can view the full attendee list. And here you'll see there is a third RJ known as RJ the participant. So this will show all of the individuals. So in theory, let's say there were 10 members of the public that were in this Zoom meeting. You would see 10 individuals. When an individual or a user accesses the system, they're prompted to enter their name. Here, you'll notice I can enter a real name or something like RJ the participant. And then they're also required to enter an email address. And that's just a requirement of the Zoom platform. There's no way to turn that off. An important element is just to emphasize, you don't have to pre-register for the meeting. You simply can access the meeting as soon as the link is published. And once the meeting is started, you're able to enter your name, your email address, and ultimately get into the system. So this is the process that we'll be using for our different telemetric meetings. An important concept that I just want to point out is at the end of the meeting, or as the board is moving from open session to closed session, you'll want to leave this meeting and go into the next meeting. And we'll talk more about those specifics as we get to our first meeting. But just remember, when you're ready to leave a meeting, you simply can tap anywhere on the screen, and then you have the option that says Leave Meeting in the upper left-hand corner. I'm going to select Leave Meeting and just going to point out that it does give me a warning saying, are you sure you want to leave the meeting? And I can click Leave Meeting. Now, every so often, we accidentally touch things and don't intend to leave meetings. And so I just want to point out that I always have the ability to go back to that original email, select Click here to join, and it'll walk me through the same process. It pops up in a web browser. Yes, I would like to open. And then I'm re-entered. Every time you come in, it's going to ask, how do you want to connect your audio? And so make sure you always click Call using Internet Audio. That allows you to use your device. And then as needed, you can unmute yourself. I hope this video gives you a little perspective in how to use the Zoom webinar platform. There are a lot of different features that are part of this tool. A lot of them we have turned off just to simplify the process and address some security concerns that have come up about these platforms as they've grown in popularity. If you have any questions at all about how to use this, or if you want to just set up a test session to make sure you'll be ready to go, feel free to reach out at any time, and I'd be happy to help you. All right, have a wonderful rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you all at the next meeting.